back, everybody, to my small series I'm doing. This is the Cave of the Vicious, the Winged Elf cave of the fb19s. If my gameplay is a little, or my video is a little slow or laggy, it's because I'm rendering out a video, which should be up later tonight, which, for this one, won't come out until 3 days later. Or 2 days, depending on when you see it. But like the last time, I had some topics I want to talk about. Well, not really so much as topics, but as my side of what I like and don't like about each classes of Perfect World. So I already started talking about the Venomancer, which I think I already did do enough on it, so yeah. So for the Barbarian, the other class in the Untamed race, they're good tankers, but they need a cleric or a mystic there so that if they start running low on health, they can heal them or give them buffs or stuff. The Barbarian I like because you don't have to have a squad, but it's very, very much appreciated on both the Barbarian side and on the other people's side. So their gear is pretty well. Their strength and stuff is amazing, but their defenses are kind of low. Like on magic, it is a lot lower than it would be for a mage or for a Venomancer. Overall, Barbarian is good. Probably not for a starter class, but not for like a starter person. Going to the human classes, guess starting with Blade Master. Blade Master is a lot like the Barbarian, except for it uses swords, and it can't transform from your character into a tiger, or from like your character into a fox, which Venomancers and Barbarians can do. They're somewhat okay at being tanks, although it's preferred for them not to be, just to be like a side person in case the Barbarian or the tanker, whoever it would be, the assassin, whoever, needs to stop for a second and heal up. I haven't really played so much with them because I just don't like having to run around a lot. Because if you look at their map, if you look at the map and see where they have to go, it's a lot of distance, and I don't like so much as running around because it's time consuming and it's annoying. If I die here, I'm quitting. They're somewhat good. I would recommend them for a beginning player if they want to be a side tanker. Don't know if that makes sense, but it does to me because I've played the game for a little while. The next in the human class, human race, is the Wizard. Now the Wizard is a lot like the Venomancer, except for the Wizard is strictly just magic attacks, pure magic. They have high magic resistance, not very bad physical resistance or defense, but they're not the best. They're good for ranged attacks. They're good for being elemental users, because they can use earth, fire, water. I'm not sure if ice is so much as a element. They don't use wood. They don't use metal as far as I know. But they're pretty good on that. I'd recommend them to a player who knows what they're doing and knows when they need help and when they don't. So moving on to the next set, I'm going to go to the Winged Elves. There's 2 classes there with all the races. The Archers. They're good for ranged attacks. They're not good for leveling on their own. They can make great tanks when they're level 105, which is the max. They're weak, but that really can't be helped because they're ranged attackers, and for having range, it makes up a lot for their weakness. Recommendation, I don't really know what to say for that class. For clerics. Clerics are the best. Not the best, but they're really good for people who want to level fast, want to level with squads, and just want to be social people, really. The cleric is pretty much a helping class. It has all the heals and buffs that a person would need. And I think later on, again, like level 105, I think they can tank on their own. I'm not sure, because I haven't done so much research on them. Again, great for people who want to be social, and they're just overall good for squads. So moving on to the Tideborn. The Assassin. Assassin from, I think, level 1 to 70. They can level on their own, but not very well. After that, they become great tankers because their skill Blood Paint, which whenever they attack, they get some health back. I think with that and a lot of buffs and stuff, it makes them really powerful, makes them really OP'd. Great for people who want to be quick killers, a tank, I guess. They're really more of just like high critical attack class, more than really anything else. Recommendation, I guess, a little bit more advanced, because assassins, barbarians, and like any tanker is really what most people are looking for. Moving on to the Psychic. The Psychic, I don't know so much about. Recommendation for whenever you want. They're mainly just a purely magic class, as far as I know. I can't really give too much on that, because I haven't really played on it. To the Earth Guard. The Seeker is pretty much just a mix of a Blade Master and Wizard, really. Hold on. A Blade Master and Psychic, I guess, would be the closest I can give what they are. They're just basically mixed classes. Recommendation, I don't know on that one. Haven't played them enough to really tell. For the Mystic, same as Seeker, they are mixed classes. They're mixed with the Venomancer and a Cleric, because they can revive only if there is a buff on you that allows you to revive. And they have pets, but they're only magic pets, where you pretty much bring them into life through magic. They are the most magic draining class as far as using their mana and putting all the way down to 0 in less than like 2 minutes. More for people who know how to use a Venomancer and a Cleric at the same time, or Venomancer and Wizard at least. Recommendation, Unless you're willing to level slowly, recommendation is probably not till a lot later, when you can gain the patient's perfect world needs. Overall, all the classes are great. All the classes have their own purpose. All the classes are really, really overpowered in their own way. Just depends on how you look at it. So those are all the classes. The Venomancer, again, good for starting classes or starting players. Again, as you can see, as I'm playing here, it's really good. As I start like an LP, which I think I'm going to do maybe in a couple days or so when it gets to the weekend again. I'll do a 1 through something let's play, but when I get to that, I'll describe them a little bit more, so you guys can like watch how you should level them, or how you should do it. My way of leveling from 1 to 30 is way different than what other people do, just because I learned that you can keep quests a lot longer than 2 or 3 quests that go away per level. Since I'm recording this the same day as I recorded the Untamed Let's Play. Not Let's Play. The Untamed fb19. So I got the pizza. And I got some breadsticks. They were delicious. I also got a soda too. A Sprite. Good for me. Good for my health. Not really, but that's basically it for what I got on the classes and races, until like I can get more in depth with them. Guess the next thing I should do, since I only got a couple minutes left before I can't be able to upload this in one part. So I'm gonna stop it here, since I am close enough to the